Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. Getting in here. We have a great game today between LGI and Molon Labe. That is actually how you pronounce it, I was told by the team themselves. Hello, Sauce Boss. I'm unfortunately solo casting today, but it should be an interesting experience. Just waiting for the final player from LGI to get here, and for everybody to ready up. Getting some more people in here. Hello, Eclipse. High expectations yet. Two great teams. I'll check the standings real quick, actually, to see what position these teams are in. So, it looks like LGI is in second place with a record of 4 wins, 1 tie, and no losses, while Molon Labe is in 5th place with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. And I will check to make sure everything is okay and we are good to start it up. Does look like it is all good, so we will start it up. First band coming out of Jackal. Pretty popular band coming out from a lot of teams in Collective. Welcome, Reapers. How are you doing today, my friend? Hey, Milo. Pretty good at myself, my guy. The Blitz coming out, so 2 interesting bands, the Blitz and the Jackal. 2 pretty common ones in Collective. First defensive band coming out, and it's a bandit. Very interesting band, actually. Not one that you see too much, as Bandit is very crucial, especially on border. Deny the armory wall push, but I think upstairs is gonna be so much weaker now that it's basically free as long as they have a Thatcher, because they can use Thatcher if there's a Mute Jam or a Kaid, an Electric Claw on the wall, to make it very easy to open that wall with, say, a Thermite. And then LGI on the attack first, so maybe that's something they want to try and abuse, try and get as many rounds as they can on attack. No mirror, so LGI will be having to bring that Twitch. And also a Montang coming out from Publix. I wonder if Molon Labe will try and use this mirror as much as possible to try and make up for the fact that they have no Bandit, maybe putting one mirror window inside of Ticket Booth while putting another one on the Armory wall. Also a Pulse coming out, maybe some vertical play, but it has 6 picked onto a Jaeger as they see that there was no Jaeger on the board. Publix going from the Buck to the Montang. Welcome everyone in chat, Madrid, D Senviva 3. Welcome everybody. This is a great matchup. LGI currently undefeated in the league. Interested to see where these mirror windows go. Valkyrie struggling with some drones. Here, still hasn't placed any of her mirror windows down. Looks like one will go on the armory wall.
Enjoy the view.
Sauceboss Molon Labe. LGI has 13 points, and has actually 16 points, so not sure if there will be a 4-way tie. Possibly though. Maybe a 3-way tie. Wonder where these castle barricades are going. It's like maybe on the main door. It's like one mirror window is actually going to go in archives to prevent push from Fountain. Then the Jaeger hiding downstairs playing on those cams. Wonder if he's the only roamer. It does look like he's the only roamer. He sees the Montang. And it looks like Fat Cat might be going for a run out. And that is the Montang. The Montang's not dead. Fat Cat chokes on this amazing opportunity. Ben supporting Fat Cat downstairs. The Montang getting away with his life. Valkyrie missing so many shots there. Looks like there's an attacker downstairs. Waiting for those players to push. Looks like Claps the Ying. Solo pushing away from the rest of his team. He's playing inside CCTV while the Montang, Thermite, and Thatcher all stack outside of the wall, possibly to get a smoke plant down. Montang sees the player behind half wall. Seeing something for his teammates. Single mine is thrown out, and the Twitch is taken out. Claps does get the refrag though, that is Ben the Jaeger dead. That's a 4v4 situation. Heptonics gets one. That is the Legion down. 4v3 situation in the castle. Valkyrie and Mir will have to hold down the site. The Valkyrie is roaming, however, downstairs. That is Fat Cat, the player who choked on all of the shots earlier. Publix is actually inside of the site, and a C4 will be thrown out. Gets Publix to very low HP, and a C4 from the Valkyrie is thrown down from below. It misses though. That is all of the C4 utility down. 2 impacts are made from Suki to try and take out this Montang. That'll be a very tough task with the Thermite playing outside of this armory wall. He's getting shot from somewhere he doesn't know, and that turns out to be Ticket Booth. Blur looks to be pinching from the hallway, and he takes out the Valkyrie. Now it's just a Mirror and the castle left. Mirror playing inside the Ticket Booth might get a free call into this Thermite here if he pushes this wisely. Thermite gets down. Finishes on with the shotgun. Wonder if this statue will push. No, he's continuing to play with his team. The Ying, however, is down the castle. Now is the Mirror in a 1v3 and Claps with a nice 3-piece in the first round to take it for LGI. A great first round from LGI. Claps, I kind of didn't like the way he was solo pushing, but he ended up working as he caught 2 of the players in the site off guard while pushing another one, getting the refrag on the Jaeger. Oh, I see Sauce Boss. Okay. That would be crazy. 4 teams with 12 points going into week 8, that would be, I think. Yeah, LGI will be a tough team to beat. One of the 3 undefeated teams in the league so far. Those being F6, LGI, and Prevail. Sharky6 picking off from a Frost. Originally to a Pulse, but now to a Smoke. It's the site of choice. Will now go downstairs. Some new Jeremy's going down from Ben in the site to try and help his teammates. Wise choice bringing that shotgun for some extra soft destruction. That cat reinforcing. Hatch is upstairs. It looks like the push drone will be trying to get some damage onto Fat Cat. Fat Cat missing his shots on the drone. As the drone still escapes. Looks like around 10 HP will be taking it off with Fat Cat. As he chooses to reinforce the hatch, an interesting decision. Normally going along with the strat. Coyote BO2 is better than Halo 2. Oh my. Fat Cat. Some teams like to open up those hatches and like play a very heavy roam upstairs and then have the roamers come back downstairs later into the round. Some teams like to reinforce the hatches, all up to the team's preference. Interesting Legion Mine spot. Actually falls on top of the reinforcement. Someone clipped that for the next not so top 10. By the way, the collective content team doing work, pumping out collective top 10s, and Ben actually getting taken out by an early Claymore. Collective content team, though, as I was saying, doing work, pumping out stuff, as LGI is already pushing right next to the site.
Time to make a new tour.
That's true, Sauce Boss. 3 players left in the site from Molon, Labe. Swifty playing with the castle barricade, maybe trying to get some shots out of the feet. Looks like a good mine was triggered. Missing his shots out of the thermite does get a little bit of damage though. The Montang now gets up to the door. He's just missing his shots on this thermite, however, right now. Kind of unfortunate for him. Oh, downs the thermite with the impact grenade. A great play. Doesn't get the finisher though. Sees the thermite, but the Montang is blocking him. He's trying so desperately to get this kill. Fat Cat, on the other hand, will get a kill. Roaming upstairs. There's a player holding him off on these stairs. Looks like the Thatcher. The Thatcher will not win his gunfight, however, as the Jaeger gets him. Now it's just the Montang in 1v2 as 2 people are down. He's choosing to pick up the thermite, however, to make it a 2v2. Now is Death Cap playing inside a ventilation room, and the Jaeger flanking these 2 players. That is the thermite down from Fat Cat. Now it's just a 1v2 situation for Republics. This might be the equalizing round for Molon Labe unless this Montang clutches it up. The Legion might have an easy kill if he pushes out to kill the Montang, as the Montang is ADS right now with his back. Death Cap turns on the right time though. And he's ADS and Death Cap. Death Cap not able to hit his shots, but Fat Cat, his teammate, comes in with the help. 1 round each as Molon Labe gets their first round. Equalizing round coming out from Molon Labe on the defense. And anyone who are wondering, that is the correct way to pronounce it. That's what I was told by the team themselves. Looks like a similar lineup coming out from LGI. As they know now that the players at Molon Labe have to go upstairs to Armory Archives. Sharky6 picking off from the mute to an unknown operator. That will be the Valkyrie. Maybe changing it. Doesn't change in time though. our board here. Interesting plays by Ben. I believe that is so it's easier to see out of the mirror once the wall is reinforced. Opening up some of the wall and CCTV. Some tricky long angles. Oh, but the Twitch drone pops the mirror window. Ben's using now to reinforce the wall. This is going to be an interesting hold from Molon Labe as the players seem to be already on the wall. As Ben looks actually like he's just going to turn into a double mirror window setup. A very smart play from him. Wonder if the Twitch has another one of her drones. She does. And now she just has to pop that second mirror window for an easy take of the armory wall. Her second drone is taken out, and now that double mirror window will stand on the armory wall. The Montang pushing up to it, however. A C4 possibly getting tossed out. C4 goes, but the Thatcher grenade actually got it. Ben with a nice shot on Heptonics. That is the thermite dead. It's going to be so hard to push this wall now. Montang still here, pushing up onto the mirror window. The guy, from his perspective, he just sees the mirror there. His other teammates, Fazix, inside of CCTV. Thatcher pushing from main stairs and the Ying pushing from archives, but Swifty takes out the Ying.
I have you covered.
Swifty at low HP, no, but now it's a 4v3 situation advantage for the players at Molon Labe. Ben trying to get quite aggressive here. It's a very long angle there. Only Mira had an ACOG on her vector. Will she be able to fully capitalize because of that? Not much utility left from these players. They're gonna have to try and push offices. The Valkyrie actually playing in offices though. Do the players from LGI know that the Valkyrie is here? No, they don't. As that is the monster dead. Will she get another? No, she lights up the Thatcher. In a gunfight with the Legion right now. And Fazix actually gets a kill on Swifty. Deathcap in the middle of a reinforcement mid-round. Not sure what that's about, but he does get it off. Valcam spot is found. And the Legion of Deathcap playing very close on this door. Ben doing some quick jiggle peeks onto this Thatcher. Or actually, sorry, onto the Twitch, sorry. The Thatcher is droning out from Armory. A good spot because the defenders will probably not expect it. Thatcher still wall division, still sits in the corner patiently. Twitch pushes in and Deathcap will get the kill. So 1v2 for the Thatcher. Will he be able to get the angle onto the Legion playing there? Tries to shoot through the reinforced wall and Deathcap will get the final kill. The second round on the board for Molon Labe. Even with that with Bandit Man, they are making great ability to win the defensive rounds. Yeah, Sauce Boss and a very adaptive Mira coming out from Ben. You gotta expect that he wanted to put that mirror window somewhere else, but because of the unfortunate circumstances where his first mirror got popped, he had to put it somewhere there. Molon Labe, the early lead on one of the undefeated teams. Tonic playing the Montang, interesting. Switching up the roles here. So we have Heptonic playing the Monty, and Publix playing the Thermite. I don't believe it was, I think it was reversed before. Sharky with a 6-pick from the dock to the smoke. I have to bring that extra plant denial from Molon Labe. Let's get some hype in the chat here for these two teams. Molon Labe putting up a great fight against one of the best teams in the league, LGI. Great game going on right now. Stealing red 10-10. Showing his support for LGI. interesting strategy with the bottom of the site being all opened up by Sharky as a shotgun.
Loading new magazine!
Interesting choice. I wonder if you can shoot through those boxes to kill the planter if there is someone planting right next to the window. LGI sees this. I wonder what is going through their head right now when they see this strat. How they're gonna take this. LGI is smart, saving their drones. Oh, I might add, by the way, there was a gentleman's agreement made prior to the game that there are no spawn peaks. Runouts are allowed though. Looks like the team might be trying to open up the jail wall. I wonder if any players holding CCTV. Yes, it looks like Ben is playing inside of CCTV, maybe trying to go for a run out here. Jaeger also upstairs to support him, but he's more on the east air side of things. Ben also with armory lockers actually drops through the hatch into server room while opening up the door. Ben being very aggressive right here. Looks like the jail wall might have been opened. Yes, it does look like the jail wall has been opened, and they are inside of jail right now. That is the Monte. No players are even playing inside of A, and the Vigil's gonna cross out. Interesting play here, the Vigil. Looks like for a run out coming out from Ben. Does not get detected though, so he is safe. Montang trying to push from this jail still. Publix droning out the Vigil and getting a reading, but he doesn't know that the Vigil's actually playing by main lobby area. Fat Cat playing upstairs. However, no one's pushing upstairs. The Ying actually is pushing upstairs though, by these stairs. Looks like the Twitch is also helping her out, so a two-man roam clear on the to pinch this Jaeger possibly that is playing upstairs in the 90 hallway.
Cover me! Reloading!
Tectonic will get the first kill of the round, and the Vigil is actually crossed back in. He's actually inside the site with this Montang right now as he suicides to try and throw a impact grenade. Now it's just a smoke and a lesion. Tectonic is planting the bomb. Deathcap performs and camps out as the Twitch gets a kill. See what Deathcap can do in this 1v5 scenario. A couple goo mines hit. Refires the Twitch, gets the kill onto the Twitch. That's the first kill needed. Gets the kill onto the Montang. That's the second kill, but Blur will cut down Deathcap. That's the second round for LGI, tying it up 2-2. Those footholes, pretty controversial. With the Montang, it was pretty easy for LGI to get a plant off, even while those footholes were in, and I think it just made it even harder for the defenders to retake. The clips showing some hype for Molon Labe. Ben bringing out the Ella on ventilation workroom site. And the same lineup coming out from LGI. Ben actually going to a Frost. Maybe it's a Frost 6-pick to an Ella. Possibly. Yeah, it does look like that. Yes, a Frost 6-pick to an Ella. With these off operators, a lot of times they will get 6-2 if it's an Ella maybe, or the Ying. I'm surprised the Ying hasn't been 6-picked to from LGI Claps. Just to throw him off. Welcome expert. I have a great game going on here. Got some more viewers in. Ben looks like he's using the Echo 12 shotgun, a personal love of mine. I love that shotgun. So good in close range. This Twitch drone, I'm not sure who controlling the Twitch drone is. I don't really agree with his use of the Twitch drone. He seems to be throwing it away a lot in the prep phase instead of going for the mirror windows. It's like choosing to reinforce all the bathroom walls except for the ones that are reinforcing. An interesting mirror strat coming out from Molon Labe, and LGI actually kind of taking away most of their drones. And looks like he's going to be roaming somewhere. Making some rotate holes and opening up some hatches for places he knows he might want to rotate late round. Castle barricades going up in a pretty default spots, I'd say, on the window and on the door. It's like the majority of the players are going to be pushing from tellers, maybe going for a bathroom push, while LGI Claps is pushing solo upstairs into CCTV, and the Twitch is outside the main window putting up Claymore. So what the attackers are going to try and do here, probably go for a teller's push. Seems like there's a couple tellers right now as the Montang from LGI. The Ella, Ben gets the first one to collapse. That is the Ying, the solo pusher. Ben playing upstairs. And he actually has the drop right now onto a couple players playing inside of Tellers. Fat Cat also contesting his players inside Tellers and not actually shooting them yet. Ella shooting at the Montang from upstairs. Looks like the Montang might be distracted. Ben gets another kill of the round. Gets his second. That is the Twitch dead, the other solo pusher. The last three normally the ones pushing together. Blur, Publix, and Hyptonics. Let's see if they can do this 3v5. I don't believe they know that this Jaeger is here, however. We might get an amazing flank onto them. The Ella is still doing work from above, destroying them. Interesting. Looks like she's floor banging them possibly. Is she? On my screen, the hatch is destroyed. I'm not sure what that is. And the ace from Ben. Interesting play there from him. I'm not sure what was going on with the hatch, but still an ace coming out from Ben, and you will definitely see that in next week's top 5 plays presented by the Collective Casters team, Collective Editors team. The third round coming out from Molon, Labe. Now they were going back to Army Locker's archives. Looks like a Valkyrie being brought out, changing it up. Valkyrie 6 picking off to an alibi, actually. I always love to see an alibi. An Asu. I'm not sure if that is a spectator glitch, Reapers, because she was standing on the hatch. I'm a bit confused about what that was about. But the general setup is coming out from here. Reinforcing this armory wall. Maybe it's a similar setup that they were attempting to do last time before the Twitch drone failed their plans. Okay, that's what I suspected, actually. Looks like actually all the wall would be reinforced. Wonder where these alibi clones might go. Sharky. Inside CCTV. Looks like maybe they're gonna try for a heavy CCTV hold. Ripping the door. There are no spawn peaks.
Time for double trouble.
So I'm not sure what the alibi will be doing.
The little prick learned meeting us by the fire.
Putting up the wall a little bit, but destroying her Prisma in the meantime.
Follow me. We have this.
Now you see me.
Montang looks like he's going to be pushing this armory wall, and this is going to be very hard to push. One of the mirror windows has been popped. Looks like this double mirror setup is going to be coming out again. Montang unextending, but realizing this shield is here as the alibi is actually retreated inside of armory. A nice C4, well placed C4. Could be the undoing of this Montang. C4 does come out, but it sticks. Very unfortunate. Montang still playing there.
Changing maps.
Alibi. Impacting the Montang, getting him around to 75 HP. Publix. Looks like he's going to try and push with them on this armor wall. We're actually attempting to go for a little bit of a run out here. We have 3 players stacking here at this armory wall. A gray C4 and the thermite could be taken out. This is a huge play. Thermite running over to the corner. A C4 comes out. Thermite's dead. A gray C4 comes out from Ben. And he gets some damage. Sharky with the wall bang. Fat Cat with another one. It's a 5v2 situation. Blur gets 1 kill. But now it's only a 2v4. It might be too late. It's just Phazix and Blur. Blur inside of CCTV. Ben getting a little aggressive with his peeks here. Which has entered into offices. Doesn't really know where the Legion is.
Loading full magazine!
Wonder if she'll be able to win this gunfight out. Deathcap, literal 1 HP, gets away with his life, however. The two attackers, Blur and Phasix, are pushing separate. I believe they need to push together to be able to win the situation. Bring a breaching charge is Blur. Sharky realizes this. Fire. Here's the Thatcher with his own pre-fire. Wonder if Phasix knows there's a player playing in there. Looks like she knows it is a castle. 50 will try and wide peek and pre-fire to make his way out of there. Only 25 seconds left. The Thatcher at low HP right now as he's getting shot in the back by the Mira, who has flanked him. And he peeks again without worrying about the Mira. Ben going for a shotgun kill. Tears down the castle barricade. And Phasix gets the kill. I'm not sure what was going on there. And downs the castle, but Sharky will get the final kill. Malone Labe taking the 4-2 split. 4-2 split on defense from Malone Labe. As they have the advantage on the undefeated LGI. LGI now going on to the defense. And I wonder if this is actually just a defensive favorite map, or if it's Malone Labe actually winning the game out against them. And we're gonna have to see that here. LGI have the use of the Mira, and it looks like the Bandit really doesn't matter because of that, because of the Mira being available, because of the Mira window just being placed on the armory wall. And even if the Legion clips, it's actually it's Malone Labe. Like if you added a Y at the end of the A. But the Mira window placed on the armory wall just denies all just denies the armory wall. Scoreboard for all of you. Phasix 8 and 6. His teammates not doing much, however. Ben, the top fragger for Malone Labe. You're pretty used to seeing that, as he is an excellent fragger. Also holds the current kill record in collective. I believe it is 24. I know it was against Farsight Gaming. I believe it was either 24 and 23. Mirror, a similar setup coming out, opening up that CCTV wall. The beautiful shark skin on Mirror's gun. Montang being brought out sufficiently from both teams. Swifty actually bringing a holographic on his gun. Interesting choice. Makai also bringing the TCSG-12 shotgun. Maybe from some extra soft destruction. Struggling a little bit to open up the hatch. Wonder where these mirror windows are placed. At least one has been placed on the armory wall. I wonder where the second one is. Phasix playing below that C4, maybe ready to do some work, as it looks like a drone spots him. He's gonna have to waste as much time as he can downstairs. Sharky is pushing the mirror out. Window out from top floor. It doesn't look like anyone is pushing. Oh, Ben with the nades downs the mirror. Actually, a great grenade trick from him. The mirror is downed right now. Pulse playing downstairs, and Ben is baiting this player out. Doesn't get the shots off onto the Pulse. Expects where the Pulse will go, but Phasix wins the gunfight as he peeks first. The 5v4 scenario now in the favor of LGI. Mirror window. The mirror has been rezzed actually, and she will go for a C4, but miss.
Here we go. Stay back. Move carefully.
Montang still pushing this. Like the sledge will get shot down from below by Phasix. A floor bang actually from the Pulse. 5 scenario now from the Thermite will open up the wall, and Sharky has pushing the site. These footholds will make it very hard for him to get a plant off, and Tonics kills him from those very holes. It's a 2v5 now for Swifty Deathcap. Deathcap holding a pixel angle. Does not see the player though. Amira quick peeking it, and Deathcap punishes Publix. Now it's a 2v4 situation. Heptonic's still playing at his holes. These two players are taking it very slow. He sees the Kaid, but doesn't get the shots off in time. Now it's a 1v4 scenario for Swifty. One player from the side of CCTV. That is the Pulse. Cannot land the shots, however. He's getting wall banked from the side from almost every angle. The poor Swifty and LGI get their first round in a while. Welcome damage into the chat. A great flick shot from that Claymore up to the player. Looks like LGI will choose to go to ventilation room and workshop next. A 3-4 deficit. Molon Labe winning the 4-2 split. Ben taking the Twitch. Fat Cat taking the Sledge. Ben actually choosing to go to Ibana for that extra soft destruction. Interesting. As the Amira is still on the board. However, Amira not very popular for ventilation room workshop site. Fat Cat going to be picking off the Sledge to an Ash. I wonder if he will stay that, and it looks like he will. Swifty taking the Diffuser with the Ying, which is a choice, instead of the Hard Breachers or maybe even the Thatcher. We have a great game on our hands right now. Fazik's top fragging with 11 kills for 7 rounds. A great performance by him.
Camera activated.
Reloading!
Interesting castle barricades going up. Looks like they're going to be reinforcing off tellers and castle barricading it off. They actually pretty normal strat. Interesting drone from Fat Cat.
Frag out.
So all of the players mark some out for his teammates. There you go. Flying. That's
Doorway secure!
and with that strat I was talking about. Looks like Fazix is gonna go roam upstairs.
It'll sting a lot.
All the Bay players actually pretty spread out right now. Not sure what their main push will be from. Looks like Ben's solo pushing upstairs actually. Also solo pushing upstairs by themselves. The two hard breaches pushing by themselves, very risky. So it looks like the Ying, the Ash is actually going to be pushing with Ben. And it looks like LGI are just giving up the downstairs, or the top floor. Sorry.
See you on the other side.
Pulse from Fazix is actually going to be up here. The drone spots him though, and the Ash is very lit up.
Setting C4.
Fazix, a C4 and a gray one at that will take out the Ash. 5v4 scenario now. Fazix will get his 12th kill of the round. Ben will get one, but Hyptonics will trade it off quickly onto Swifty. Now it's a 4v3 scenario for the boys at LGI. 3 left for Molon Labe, Ben, Sharky, and Deathcap. Ben using her Kairos pellets to open up some holes, probably to hold the rotation holes, actually.
Before set.
Hyptonics going for a C4, but missing, however. Unfortunate for him. Angle onto the player that might peek onto the hatch soon. Looks like that is the thermite. Doesn't see anyone so far in his speed.
Enemy located.
Looks like all 4 of these players are playing inside of the site Publix on his camps, however. Watching for the customs push. All 3 of the Molon Labe players still upstairs with 1:10 left. Public still sitting on the scam. I wonder if Hyptonic Rex will try and use his C4 to kill anyone upstairs. Looks like the Ibana has rotated to the window, maybe to attempt to get a plant off. Those holes that were made before could actually possibly be used to throw a C4 to deny the plant. Giovanna getting peeked from the Valkyrie of Tonic Rex. Gets the kill. Now it's a 4v2 scenario. Sharky and Deathcap pushing together inside this main lobby area. And everything is castled off. Using a thermite charge. While Deathcap using a breaching charge. Some interesting miscommunication possibly there. The pre-fire coming out from Deathcap. The Blur gets the kill. Now it's evened up 4-4. A great game right now between LGI and Labe. Welcome, Jack. Welcome, Quacks. The score right now is 4-4, and the game probably be over within. Can't really give you a time estimate, my guy. Custom in supply room, the site of choice for LGI. They have been yet to lose a defensive round. Labe switching up, putting Swifty on the Ash, Fat Cat on the Sophia. Rex now playing the mirror windows, both teams switching up a bit. Swifty might be 6 picking off the Ash to a Ying, it looks like. Tie game right now with a max of 4 more rounds to go in this game. Site of choice, customs. Fazik's the top fragger, going 12-7 on the side of LGI, putting in work for his team. And Ben being a lot more smart with his drones than the players of LGI were. Ben not throwing away his Twitch drone, making sure it's safe, so he can destroy the mirror windows. As to where those mirror windows will be, that is right now. Tonic Rex opening up some holes to maybe lob a C4 in, as there are 3 of those on the side of LGI. Near the mute and from the pulse of Fazik's stolen CCTV right now, but Collapse is there to support him inside of armory. Interesting crossfire angles can be built from that combination, especially if the armory wall is left unreinforced. That cat replying up there along with Twitch. Twitch actually almost killing the mute, coming in inches to the mute's head. This now has some great angles. Range on Terra. Mirror placing down one of your mirrors inside of custom. Interesting mirror window. Is the thermite going to open up this wall and the jail wall? Not sure where he used his other thermite charge. As Ben takes out the mute jammer. Ben actually taking out a lot of utility, also takes out the ADS. Looks like the mute is sitting inside of the main site. As the mirror window works on her mirror, watching the double doors. Oh, it looks like that is where the thermite charge was used. And some Ying candle is coming out. No push, however, coming out from the mirror, inching closer and closer to peeking it. She now holds a very tight peek onto the player playing outside. Thermite charges both being used to great work. That cat was pushing this player playing inside of tellers. That cat stunning him twice. And Swifty with a great pinch. That is actually the player. Mira dead as the castle pushes up. And Blur wins the fight. Now it's a 4v3 situation for their team. Sharky gets a kill onto Fazix. Now it's a 3v3. The top fragger from LGI is down. It's a Blur, Publix, and Claps versus Swifty, Sharky, and Ben. Ben and Swifty that barricade. And the player actually hops out. Ben gets the kill. Now it's a 2v2 scenario. The castle is getting shot at. And he retreats. There's probably the Ying playing there. Swifty planting the diffuser as Ben plays close. He looks to cover his teammate while he's planting. Swifty successfully gets the bomb down. Now the castle and the Jaeger will have to retake. Claps gets the first. Ben gets one. Now it's a 1v1 and Ben with the 1v2 clutch. A great play from Ben from Molon Labe. The top fragger going 13-6 to get the 5th round on the board for Molon Labe. A great pre-fire onto the Jaeger. A great round coming out from Molon Labe. They successfully took the site and pushed them out. Site of choice from LGI, looking to beat Armory Locker's Archives. Tonic Rex bringing that Kaid again, as it works so well. Next time. Okay. Actually playing the Twitch now. I wonder what Ben is playing. Looks like he is playing the Thermite.
Curmudgeon! You can stop worrying about grenades now!
Bring that shotgun again for some extra soft destruction. Mirror, putting a mirror window inside of Archives within offices.
Compression. On set.
Just a little prick. Playing carpenter on that wall!
Mirror window from Publix. Looks like it's going to be going onto the Armory wall.
Reloading!
Fat Cat playing the hollow sight on the F2. Sledge on the drone.
Drone up!
I wonder if they mirrored this. Does look like she does. Shots onto the players playing outside.
Targets detected.
There might be joining this out. Sledge.
This is going dark.
And going for a grenade onto the player. Mirror window. A C4 coming out, and again C4 is taking out the Thermite. Great use of C4 is coming out from both teams to kill the opposing team's Thermite. And now Molon Labe won't be able to really do much on this attack. Kaid using that on solo pistol, it has been called, to try and get some kills. Public still playing on the mirror window. The Yin Candelas will successfully find the players. Goes for some shots. Misses them, however. Sledge isn't engaging now. Trying to hold the kill. Swifty pushing into sight for Candelas. And Publix gets the kill. Fat Cat will get a refrag onto Fazic. Now it's a 3v4 for the attackers. Publix very lit up right now. So are the Twitch and the Sledge. Ben is inside of the site. Fat Cat gets another kill. He's playing onto the main stairs. Blur gets the refag onto Fat Cat. Now it's just the Sledge and the Thatcher. The SAS duo. Zamiro peeks out. That Death Cap dies. 1v3 now for Ben. Who has to face a mirror window right next to him. Runs away into the waiting arms of a player inside a CCTV, and that is Publix taking him out. Now it is a 5-5 tie right now. A great wallbang from Publix coming out. Great game and map knowledge. Workshop ventilation, the site of choice from LGI. Fazix and Ben both putting immense amounts of work in for their team. However, nobody else from Molon Labe has a KD over 1.0 right now. And the same, actually no, LGI, a couple players going over positive. They are winning a lot more of their gunfights right now. 6 pick from LGI Blur from the Mute to an unknown character at this state, and a 6 pick from Swifty from the Fuse to the Buck. That Mute will turn into a Legion. So a little bit of deception coming out from both teams, the site being Ventilation Workshop. Let's see how this all goes down.
Camera feed of India deployed and ready to go.
You might see the similar strat from last time pulled out from Publix. These cancel barricades. Possibly the stream strat actually coming out from LGI, as it worked last time.
Razor wire is deployed.
Isaac's in his typical roaming spot, playing upstairs inside of offices.
New feed activated.
Swifty on the Buck. Looks like the attackers again pushing very spread out from each other. Not really sure where their initial push is going to be coming from. Swifty may be trying to take control of upstairs. This vertical obstruction rain terror on the defenders playing upstairs. He does get control of top floor. Looks like there is a player playing upstairs. Not sure who that is. Looks like LGI Collapse. As well as Fazik's playing upstairs. Collapse. Fazik's gonna have to work together as a roaming duo to take away as much time and remain in control of top floor.
Loading new mag.
The attackers just droning these players out right now. Looks like Fat Cat might get a little aggressive. Ben gets the first kill onto the Legion. That's Blur down. Ben is around 50 HP now. Drones going in ahead of him have droned out the players. He turns his back to the player playing inside of offices and doesn't get the kill on to the Jaeger. That is collapsed. Fat Cat is down.
Nitro
Isaac
cell!
getting some shots. Another C4 coming out from him. His C4 play has been great in this game, but he misses that one. Rex will get a kill onto Ben. That is a sludge dead. That's a 3v4 for Sharky, Swifty, and Deathcat. 2 players still playing upstairs, however. The Jaeger and the Pulse. One playing inside of archives, one in offices. I wonder if the attackers know that there is actually even a player still up here. Thermite now knows. Jaeger getting the kill onto the Thermite. Now it's a 2v4 for the attackers. The attackers looking good at the start of the round, but now fading off. Buck inside of Armory Lockers will get the kill onto this Jaeger. It's now a 1v4 situation. Sees the Jaeger and gets the kill onto Collapse. Now it's a 1v3. There's a player coming from Archives, but a tonic Rex with the C4 from the Valkyrie gets the kill, and LGI has guaranteed themselves at least a tie. Final round coming out. From LGI, they could get a win, or if you're in favor of a win, or Molon Labe could get a point and get a tie. A great play that would be from Molon Labe, as LGI is one of the best teams in the league at this moment. Some of the roles being switched up as Ben is now going to Ibana and Fat Cat is switching off to a Twitch from the original Ash. An interesting play from Fat Cat, choosing to push and ignoring the player at his back inside of offices, trying to go just for the Jaeger. The Kaid being brought out from Hyptonic Rex Customs. One of the sites that Molon Labe has cracked LGI on. The Buck of Sharky switching off. Looks like maybe not 6-picking. 6-picking back to a Buck. The best 3 billion IQ play of all time. Kaid bringing the shotgun again. Looks like he is really liking that. Visual coming out from Fazix, switching off from the Pulse. Maybe trying to just go for kills in this round and maybe rely on that alone. You may never know.
Unrolling razor wire.
Killer finds it. Also some interesting castle barricades to maintain a bit of the main lobby map control. Fazik's playing in the same spot he has all game, except just with a different operator this time. Lap's also there to support him inside of Archive's armory lockers. These two players have been doing the same thing every game. Well, it worked this time, it worked last round. We'll see if it works this time. Looks like the Cade is attempting to K-trick on this wall. Public's preparing to throw a C4 outside, but the wall is not open at all. Looks like he asked Tectonic Rex to open it up. He might try and go for a C4 out there. Looks like there is a player. That is Ben Ivana playing, pushing upstairs, and so is Sharky. Ben looks like he's going to be droning in Sharky into the side of CCTV. All the other three players push downstairs. The Thermite is coming upstairs, however, to support these players. He might be giving up on jail wall as Fat Cat misses the mute jammer. His Twitch shot trying to unmute his other Twitch drone. Looking for the electric claw, and he successfully gets it onto the wall. That is one of the electric claws down, and Havana, meanwhile, opens up two of the hatches. It was very hard to play inside of the site for LGI. Defender, I believe that is the mute playing inside the same spot he was last time, inside a supply room. The Buck opening up above the defender, so their little room to play in. Tectonic Rex still standing strong in sight, as well as Publix. Fazik's still playing upstairs, and Swifty will get the first kill. That is the Kite, that is one of the few players playing inside his site. The mute running around in sight for his life. Fat Cat gets another kill onto Fazik's. That is Jaeger still upstairs. We'll get the refrag onto Fat Cat. Now it's a 3v4 situation. Publix will lose the gunfight to Ben. The attackers have control of the site now. Looks like there's one defender near. As Claps. He is near the site. He won't be able to do much as Ben gets the kill onto him. Blasts the castle in a 1v4 scenario to try and win the game. Or else it could be a draw. He sees the Thermite but misses his shots. Swifty will get the kill, and it is a 6-6 draw coming out between Molon, Labe, and LGI. That should be the end of the game. There is no overtime. Yeah, there is no overtime. But that is a 6-6 draw between LGI and Molon Labe. I believe we will get the IGL of both teams in here for an interview. Gonna figure out who we are getting in here for an interview. Looks like Sharky will be joining us for an interview. Oh my, I'm struggling to get these players in here for interviews. Hello, Sharky. Make sure you include your audio.
We include that. Thank you.
First, GG's to both you and to LGI. A great game. You guys coming in is game 3 and 2, now 4 and 2. LGI actually one of the top teams. That is their second draw of the season. The only other team they didn't win against was LGI. So how are you guys feeling after that, tying one of the best teams in the league?
I'm just pretty stoked right now. Because it was really a test for us this season to go against LGI. Shout out to LGI. They got their stuff down on defense. They were really giving us a hard time trying to go for the plant, and those roamers, man, those roamers were key for them. So GG's to them. Um, I'm not gonna say like we should have won that, but like we had a couple of rounds where we should have had, but we just mental errors a little bit. Uh, I, if you could saw that in a couple of rounds, but like yeah, we were we just came in this mindset. You know, these guys are one of the best teams in the league, and we studied them. We tried, and we did everything we can to repel these guys. And you know, GG's. I'm happy about it. I'm happy about my guys, especially Ben. He's an animal. Deathcat, Swifty. Good job on the support roles, and then Fat Cat just come with the clutch times. So yeah.
Yeah, a great game. Coming out from Ben especially. I believe it was 16 kills or 13 kills that he dropped.
I think it was. I believe so. I didn't get really the check because I was so stoked about just Ben on that last round. He was literally an animal.
Yeah, it was a great game. Was there any like, cause you guys came out of the gate swinging, taking a 4-2 defensive split. Do you think that was some research you guys did on them to try and get that early start, or what do you think got you guys that early start and early lead on them?
To be honest with you, we thought that we were just gonna like in a boxing match, just a heavyweight boxing match, just pound for pound each round. They take a round, we take a round. It's like really be a slugfest. I didn't really expect to go 4-2 on the fence side first, so it literally brought us to advantage. But then when we got to attack, that's where we started. Had a little bit of problems, but we picked it up at the end. So I'm proud of all my boys today and
Yeah, you guys
LGI.
definitely did a great job. You
Yes.
may have your 30 seconds to shout out whoever you would like.
Just shout out to everybody out there at Collective for voting us the most seed game this week. Hope we gave you guys a show. Um, we're gonna do everything we can to keep this momentum going.
Yeah, definitely GG's to both you guys and LGI. Thank you for the interview. And I think now we're going to be getting LGI Blur, I believe it is. I will
Okay.
check that.
Thank you, and you did awesome on hosting today. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, guys, we're going to be getting LGI Publix in here for an interview. I'm just waiting for Publix to join. Not sure what's going on with Publix. Send him another invite. Oh, looks like Public's got off, so maybe we'll invite Blur. Sorry guys, still trying to figure this out. Looks like LGI Blur will be joining us for the interview. Not sure why it's not letting me enter in that name. Ah, okay. That's interesting. The L in his name is actually an I capitalized. Hello, Blur. Make sure you include your audio.
I did.
One thing that just threw me off for a solid couple minutes, the L in your name.
Yeah, the L and the I. Yeah.
That threw me off for a solid couple minutes. I was confused on what I was doing wrong. GG's to both you and Molon Labe. Both you guys played a great game.
Yeah, GG. A little disappointed we didn't get to take home the dub, but it's whatever. Still a tie. Still get a point.
Yeah, it's your second tie of the season. You guys have 4 wins and 2 ties right now. Still sitting in second place, just under Prevail.
Yeah, we're not
With
looking to
5
take a
wins and
loss.
1
So.
tie. Yeah. Neither of you have taken a loss so far this season. 2 of the 3 teams in collective that haven't taken a season. How are you guys feeling so far halfway through the season?
I think we're feeling pretty comfortable in our spot right now. As long as we can get a rematch against Prevail sometime and show them that we are the better team. But I think we're feeling pretty comfortable right now.
Okay. I want to ask you a few questions. At the beginning of the game, Malone LeBay took a 4-2 split on you guys. You ended up taking a 4-2 split on that, but did you guys have any worries at the beginning of the game after going down 4-2?
Yeah, we got a little worried. We started running more strats heavy, more trying to stay room heavy and not as many roamers. And it kind of worked out, but sometimes, like, when it got to 6-5, we got worried. It just fell. But yeah, we got really worried when it started getting 2-4. We played room heavy.
Yeah. Not really anything else. Unless you want to comment on anything about the game. Oh, who was it? Whoever was playing Pulse.
Frags, yes.
Frank going off, dropping at least 13 kills, I believe.
Yeah, he had a great game.
A great game. A lot of great C4 plays from both teams, I realized. A lot of times it was actually pretty funny. C4s would take out the thermite trying to get armory wall. Just over. I think it happened at least 3 times.
It happened multiple times.
Multiple times coming from both teams. And you guys had a lot of great C4 plays, especially when you guys were on the defense with the Valkyrie and Pulse. A lot of great C4 plays. A lot of great uses of utility.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to shout out? You can have your 30 seconds to shout out anything you would like.
Shout out to my teammates. Fags. We got Publix, Stu, Karma, Claps, Blur, obviously me. And I want you to shout out my Instagram. It's LGI_gaming, no spaces. Hit that up with a follow and a like. Please, thank you. Alright, that's all.
guys, make sure to follow
hold
the
up.
collective.
And Rex. Sorry, my bad.
You're fine. Be sure to follow the collective on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel where all of the VODs are posted as well as top 10s from each of the week. I have been Duck Guy 19, solo casting a great game